The chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Correctional Services, Kgomotso Ramolobeng, has raised concerns about overcrowding in prisons during a recent parliamentary briefing, with overcrowding rates averaging 36%. The chairperson revealed that as of March last year, 22,612 foreign national inmates were being held in correctional facilities, with 690 serving life sentences. We now speak to the spokesperson of the Department of Correctional Services, Janu Engelbrecht. Janu, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. What is the plan by the Minister and the Department to reduce the overcrowding rates in South African prisons? Is it by building more facilities or letting go of prisoners who are close to the end of their sentence and or do not serve sentences that involve violent crime?
Thank you very much. Just a correction there, I'm not the spokesperson of the Department of Correctional Services. I'm the Democratic Alliance spokesperson for Correctional Services that serve in the committee. In answer to your question, the problem is not to build more prisons or to release people before the time is up. The crux of the problem in correctional services overcrowding is that we sit with an enormous amount of awaiting trial prisoners. And that is not the mistake of the Department of Correctional Services. That is clogs in the system further upstream in the Department of Justice that seem to be unable to deal with criminal cases. I think there's a backlog of approximately 53,000 cases. And remember, once you are charged and you don't get bail, you go to prison as a remand detainee. And that takes up a third of the population in our prison system. So we need to unclog the system at the Department of Justice and get these criminal cases to be finalized.
Importantly here is that 22,000 of these happen to be foreign nationals, 690 of them serving life sentences. The state is caught between a rock and a hard place here. One, keeping people who have broken the law in South African facilities, where it costs the state more than 13,000 rand per month to keep a prisoner in prison, or to deport these foreign nationals back to their countries of origin, where they may not necessarily be serving a sentence for any transgression whatsoever. The deportation likely means that they will serve as free citizens there. And if it is undesirable citizens who would love to leave the country again, there's no guarantee that they would not make their way back into South Africa, given the nature of our porous borders. What should the consideration for that tough balance be?
Well, firstly, I think we should do something about our very porous borders. Because if you release someone back to their own countries, and I had personal experience of this where I've seen, people are deported and within 2 weeks they are back, exactly where they've been caught. So until such time as we can sort out our porous borders, deporting them is not an option at all. And we don't even know if they will serve time there. Because obviously we have no jurisdiction in another sovereign country. And if you commit a crime here, you will serve time here. And that's, I think, the only way that it can be done. And so we need to address the problem at our borders, where people come and go as they please at this present moment.
Yeah, Janu, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Janu Engelbrecht, the Democratic Alliance spokesperson on correctional services.